Talk about
Year. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Talk About It with your boy. What's going on today? Once again, it's a good Friday. Feeling good. Well, feeling good mentally, but I remember. Well, if y'all remember, last week I was talking about the weather and how it was up and down, hot and cold. Well, because of that, my son got sick, and just like clockwork, when he gets sick, I start feeling a little, sniffly and congested and stuff like that. So if I do sound weird today, it's because of that. It's because the weather's changing and I'm feeling a little congested. I ain't got the vid though. But yeah, it's Friday. We got in the sports world. That's what we're gonna touch on today for the most part. Is all these trades that happen. LeBron now is the all-time leading scorer. We got some sports to dive into. For real. So let's get to it. How are we liking these trades? We got KD going to Phoenix. Jeez. Like, come on, man. KD. You ain't have to do that. But we got KD going to Phoenix. We got Russ out of LA. And I'm not saying it like that because I do wanna address that the Russ and stuff like that. But let me go down the list of notables. I'll say, okay, so we got KD to Phoenix. D'Lo came to us for Russ. So we got Pat Bev going to the Magic for Mo Bamba. So we got Mo Bamba. Thanks, Pat Bev. Thanks, Russ, too. What else we got? Okay, we got Vanderbilt that came. So it was a three team trade. And between LA, the Lakers, Minnesota, and Utah in the trade for Russ and Russ. So you got D'Angelo Russell and then you got Russell Westbrook. Okay. So it was so we received D'Angelo Russell, Jared Vanderbilt, and Malik Beasley. And Utah gets. Matter of fact, let me just look it up because I don't want to mess it up. I don't want to butcher it, but then again, it really doesn't matter. The important pieces, as we know, is Russ for Russ. We got Vanderbilt. We got Malik Beasley. Utah got Russ. Minnesota got Mike Conley. Let me connect a few things. But yeah, okay. So let's talk about that KD trade, which is insane. West was already the West was already up and down as it is in terms of like it was wide open. It was basically anybody's team in a sense, or anybody's game, I should say. But now, with KD going to Phoenix, and I'm honestly I'm shocked that KD or that Brooklyn actually gave up KD for the pieces that they got. Like Brooklyn got Cam Johnson, Mikal Bridges, Mikal Bridges is solid. And Hold on, let me see. Those are like the notable whammies like that. And because I'm talking about these trades, right? One person I want to shout out is my man Woj. Woj been like Woj be on it. Adrian Wojnarowski, like he be he be hitting you with the updates, man. So the main thing with the KD trade was those well, and matter of fact, the whole trade deadline, honestly, uh involved a lot of picks. Like so picks have been getting thrown out and swapped out. But that was the main currency for this trade deadline, it seems, because Phoenix sends Mikal Bridges, Cameron Johnson, and Jay Crowder with 4 first round picks, 2028 first round picks. 4 of them. That is crazy. 2028 first round picks. Hold on, no. 4 first round picks and then a 2028 pick swap. That's crazy. So that's first four round golly. That's 4 first round picks for the Phoenix Brooklyn trade. What else we got? Let's see how many. So for the the 3-team trade that landed us D'Lo and shipped us out Russ. So we get, of course, D'Lo, Malik Beasley, Jared Vanderbilt. Timberwolves, they received Mike Conley, Nikhil Alexander Walker, and they got 3 second-round picks. And I want to say they got 1 from us. I think they got a second-round pick from us. But I know the Utah Jazz, of course, they got Russ, Toscano Anderson, and Damian Jones, but they got our 2027 first-round pick, which Rob Pelinka was trying to hold on to that for a player worth that pick, and D'Lo was that guy, or the available choices, and I like it. I love it, actually. We finally, I think that's really the basis of the trade, like crazy trades. I'm not gonna go too in depth into the trade. I'm not doing no trade deadline recap special. No, I'm not doing that. I just wanted to kind of give the most important, not really the most important, but like the most shocking, the big name type of trades. And KD for sure was the biggest one. I'll say the biggest blockbuster trade of the trade deadline was for sure KD. Do I like it? I like it for KD. I hate it for the Lakers because they're in the. I mean, not only is Phoenix in the Western Conference, Phoenix is in our division, so of course it makes it even worse. But yeah, that shakes up a lot of things, and I think, and of course it was. I'm tripping. Like, how did I miss this? Freaking Kyrie to Dallas. I hate it. So the reason why he didn't end up with the Lakers is because Joe Tsai was like, yeah, I'm not doing that. You see how with KD, Joe Tsai was like, that Phoenix was KD's like preferred destination. I want to say it was like his number one destination. I don't know if he had any other preferred ones or any other spots that he wanted to go to, but Phoenix was always the number one, the name that always popped up, and because there was no issues with KD, and I love Kyrie, but I'm just saying because of there was no issues or there was no drama between KD and the organization. Josiah was like, "Yeah, we got you. We'll send you to Phoenix, your preferred destination." But with Kyrie, Josiah outright said, "Nah, we're not sending you Kyrie, sending you to your preferred location." But yeah, he went to the Dallas Mavericks to team up with Luka, and it's cool. Like they won. Was it last night? No, it was the night. No, his debut was Wednesday. I think his debut was Wednesday. Luka was out. They balled out. Kyrie did his thing. So I mean, it looks cool. It looks like we already know Kyrie can put up he's a bucket getter. Like we know that. That's too easy. Luka, Luka's the future. So I mean, it's nice. I like it. I like it. I wish it was with the Lakers, but we never know how where things may end up on in the off season. We never know. That's the thing. A lot of these trades, I know that the ones that I'm paying attention to, they're at the end of their deal, and they'll be free agents in the off season. So Kyrie will be a free agent in the off season, and we'll see if he decides. Or let me fix that. We'll see if Mark Cuban and Dallas will offer him an extension first, and if they don't, then come on to LA, man. If you don't want your coaches dancing in your videos and all that, come to LA, man. Come to the Lakers, man. But yeah, that so the Kyrie, so I think that's what kind of the Kyrie trade when he requested a trade last week and was like, I prefer to be traded before the deadline. If not, then I'll sit out. Like that, I think Josiah and the organization and Sean Marks were like, yeah, enough is enough. We're gonna send you somewhere, but it's not gonna be anywhere you're gonna like or anywhere that you preferred. But I think that right there started everything for Brooklyn, like the downfall of or the dismantlement of their hopes and dreams, because they trade Kyrie, and now KD's left wondering, all right, well, Spencer Dinwiddie went to Brooklyn, which is he was a Brooklyn net a couple years ago. So they brought him back. Well, not really brought him back, but yeah, he came back in that trade, and I forget who else was in that trade, but Dinwiddie was the notable one in that trade besides Kyrie. And yeah, that started the whole domino effect. So according to Sports Center, that Kyrie was not Kyrie, KD was shocked. Like thrown off or shocked by, him requesting a trade, and was like, you know what, we can reopen that the request to trade. Let's just reopen that. So Josiah wasn't going to. I guess you could say walk. It wasn't gonna. Josiah could have just said, "Nah, KD, we're not trading you." Could have, but and the smooth part about it though, the smooth part about the whole situation with Brooklyn was Kyrie requests a trade and he's gone. And then after that, you don't hear nothing else about Brooklyn. You don't hear that KD requested a trade. So like all that happened like under the radar, which was actually I respect that in terms of well I respect whoever was involved in not leaking any of that information because it could have it could have came from any camp it could have came from KD's camp or could have came from the organization. I'm shocked, but I do respect the fact that that went under the radar because I wasn't expecting that. That bombshell happened 1:30 or I think it was like 1:13, 1:30, 1 o'clock in the morning. Bombshell hit. KD going to Phoenix. So yeah, that shook up the NBA world. But that's not the only thing. That's not the only thing that shook up the NBA world. But before I even get into that, and we are back, man, jamming. I swear I love music. I love music. I love listening to good music. I love listening to bars, like lyricists rap, and I'm actually fortunate enough to actually grow up with the artist that I just played. So I want to give a huge shout out to Riot, my boy. That first song that I played was off of his new EP, Heaven Sent Devilish Ways, song called Pressure, right? And it made me feel some type of way. It made me feel like I see you. He making me wanna get out there and and get back in the studio the way you lacing them bars like that, boy. But yeah, shout out to Riot. Next song that I played was from Benny Bills. It was a couple years ago. Uh, he put out an album EP. Honestly, I don't be knowing the difference between albums, EPs, whatever LPs. They put out he put out a project song On My Way, Fire. And then the last one I played was by Alco Bars, my boy, off of his new album, Jody. That song was called Black Love. Like I'm so glad and honored to be, to know these people, to grow up with them, and they putting out good music, man. Shout out to them, man. Shout out to my boy. Shout out to matter of fact, those the two people, Benny Bills and Riot, are all in the same group. Cold Hearted. Shout out to Cold Hearted. T.A. Rasta, like Pookie, Dez, like shout out to all my peoples, man. Shout out to all the people I grew up from the town, man. Keep putting out music. Keep doing y'all, and know that I'm listening. I may not post as much as I probably used to years ago, and I'm not as super active as I was years ago. But trust me, I'm watching y'all. I'm seeing y'all still putting out music and all albums, music videos. Like I'm checking y'all out, man. I'm checking y'all out, and anything that I could do, like to make sure people are listening to y'all music too. I'm putting y'all out there straight like that for real, cause I rock with y'all music and they need to rock with y'all music, cause the music's fire. And I just fuck with y'all like y'all the homies, and I miss y'all too. I miss all my people from the town, man. If y'all ever in Tampa, please come fuck with your boy, man. And if I'm back in the town, I'll hit y'all up. If I'm back in the town for leisure, because I really don't come back to the town like that. But if I do come back, I definitely hit y'all up for sure, or wherever y'all at. I don't even know if y'all still in the town or not. But if y'all are, I mean y'all. But then again, of course, I got y'all Facebooks and all that. But yeah, shout out to my boys, man. Now before I wrap it up, and to stay on sports, right? To stay on sports because last week I talked about LeBron was 63 points. Yeah, last episode LeBron was 63 points away from being an all-time leading scorer in NBA history. Well, on Tuesday, LeBron did that. Well, he didn't score 63, but on our last episode before, he had 63 to go, but then he had another game. But yeah, the Tuesday he became the all-time leading scorer in NBA history, surpassing Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. And the reason why that's so amazing, and I was hyped because I was watching the game, of course, and I was so hyped because that's something major. That's big. Like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar held that record for 38 years, and it's crazy. I break. I'm. I'll say something about the numbers after. I don't. I'm not gonna break it down like I've seen a couple other these videos getting broken down, but yeah, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar held that record. He broke that record. He broke the all-time leading scoring record. He got that from he broke that from Wilt Chamberlain back in 1984, and it was like at the time it was 31. I want to say it was like 38,000 points at the time that he hit that beat that surpassed Wilt Chamberlain back in 1984, and by the time Kareem Abdul-Jabbar retired, he added another 7,000 points to that. But when he retired, 38,000. Nobody ever thought that would even be touched. I know I didn't expect it to be touched. Like even when you get some of the like your Jordan didn't even touch it. Kobe, like your scores, they didn't touch it. They didn't even. I mean, you can even say they didn't even come close because, I mean, Kobe had 33,000. Mike had 33 or something around there. They had around the same amount, and nobody expected LeBron of all people. Because nobody looks at LeBron as being a scorer, but when he did that, man, I was watching the game. I'm hopping up, jumping, cheesing, because that's a big deal. Like that's a huge accomplishment, and LeBron did that. And shout out to LeBron. I'll say this about LeBron. LeBron is a stand-up dude. Like, whether you want to, however you want to paint things, whether you want to call him this or that, or he's not really, whatever you want to call it. Like when I look at LeBron and the things that he's accomplished, And the way that and this is just, I don't personally know LeBron, but the way I see him treat his kids, the way he puts his wife on a pedestal and treats her like a queen, the way he has so much respect for uh, his mom, and of course, yeah, just the way that he's a wonderful father to his boys and daughter. He looks like I mean, it seems like a good husband. We don't hear no scandals or anything. Like LeBron is a stand up guy, and it was wonderful to see that happen, to see him break the record. And they had a game last night, and they honored him, and he gave thanks to his family. And watching that, I felt good. Like, look, like that's, you look at that and I'm like, wow, that's how it's supposed to be. That's how it's supposed to be. That's how a man. That's how a man is supposed to look at his wife and be grateful and appreciative and know what you know what all they have done to make sure that you were straight, and then like seeing that he's doing all this for his kids, and then having the utmost respect for his mom. Like, you seeing that, you have to you can't hate. And if you are hating on that, you're just a, I don't even want to call you an evil person, but there's something wrong with your soul if you don't find, like, if you don't look at those type of situations. And especially for, like, I look at that, that's black love right there, man. That's black excellence. And seeing that it's beautiful. It really is. Because that just goes to show you, hey, I even put it like this. That right there is an example of what happens when you have a strong black woman next to you. What happens when y'all work as a team. That's that right there. What what LeBron accomplished is what happens when you don't quit. Like that type of success that LeBron has. That type of success comes from not quitting, not giving up. That type of success comes from late nights, frustration, determination. That type of success comes from failing a couple times. That type of success comes from getting knocked down and getting up and getting knocked down again, but continuing on getting up. Like that, when you want success that bad, you don't care how long it takes. You don't care if it's going to take forever to get there. You don't care. You don't care if you got to miss going out. You don't care if you're not the most popular. You don't care about that, because success means more. Success means more than being popular. Success means more than being the cool person. Success means more than all of that. So when you truly dig down deep, and when you truly say, I'm going to go after it, that's what you see. You see LeBron James breaking an all-time scoring record. Dedication. You'll see Steph Curry being all-time 3-point leader. Like, you'll see that. You'll see Wilt Chamberlain scoring 100 points. Like, you'll see that. You'll see a a musician turned billionaire. You'll see that. You'll see rappers or artists, musicians turned billionaires like Jay-Z, Rihanna. Like, when you say to yourself that whatever I have to do to get there, I have to make it happen. I don't care if I don't have the money. I don't care if I'm not fast enough. I don't care if I don't sound the way I need to sound. I don't care about that yet. I shouldn't care about that, especially if you believe in yourself. If you really truly believe in yourself, there's not a single excuse. There's not a single hater. There's not a single obstacle that will deter you or throw you off course. I just want to leave y'all with that. Shout out to LeBron for being great like he is, and all that hard work and dedication paid off for him, even though he wasn't even setting his sights on that record. But being great, sometimes you stumble across records because you're just that great. And it looks like that's what LeBron did. And now we can press forward. Now we can press forward and try to make it into the playoffs. But I really appreciate y'all listening and tuning in to another episode of Let's Talk About It with your boy.
Let's talk about it.